Fiat lies are genocide on the human race. The science of lies is a cognitive science. René Descartes, 1596–1650 AD, of Cartesian coordinates fame, for example, x, y, was the father of cognitive science. Seeking the nature of truth, he said, "I think, therefore I am." How our brains compute determines the truth that we see, and therefore the control we have over our destiny. Descartes knew lies. He said, "Nature is God, and God cannot lie. Therefore studying nature is studying God." The root of nature, as humans will understand it, is in how our brains work. "I think, therefore I am." 400 years later, the man who arguably began the Renaissance, the Age of Enlightenment, the Age of Reason, was also saying that people always lie. That is how we all think. Truth is difficult for any person. That age brought about science as we know it today, and the rules of evidence and law. These became our social process to needle out the truth when it can be found through the mess that is our thinking, understanding, and argument. We are now confronted again with an age where lies are too free and need to be tempered down. Descartes arguably saved himself from the Inquisition, the conspiracy theory killing a lot of people of his day, by asserting God does not lie. Even lies can be a subject of science, just as they are a subject of law. God does not lie. Lies can be understood and therefore controlled with our reason, just as we control nature with our reason by recognizing "I think, therefore I am." Today, in the science of cognitive science, we understand that our natural language, any language a normal baby can learn from other normal people, tells us how the brain works. What it tells us is that we are episodic memory machines. Every human being has a completely unique set of episodic memories. It is these individual memories that represent our individual understanding of truth. A brain thinking, reasoning, or recognizing and acting out another cognitive episode is a sentence in natural language. A communication in natural language has a glorious capability. It can be a sentence in a story or a story itself. But as proven in my book, The Internet Court of Lies, on Amazon, every sentence can be a lie. Everyone understands truth uniquely simply because we have no reference to anything but episodic experiences in our minds. These come through direct perception and action, and through our natural language communication of our mental episodes. We individually, and through our natural language collectively, impose our memories of our mental episodes on reality, and this includes the reality of other people's memories. Our natural language is unique among animals, but even a dog thinks like we do in episodes understood through his episodic memories. Dogs lie too. But human minds can communicate among themselves and educate themselves through the unique expressive powers of our natural language to reveal the "I think" in Descartes' understanding of the root of truth. While dogs and other animals think, they cannot communicate their thoughts as well as humans can communicate their thoughts in human natural language. Therein lays both the power and the danger in lies. We communicate in verifying episodic memories, which is always imperfect because no two people have the same episodic memories. If we assume a lie is when we do not speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, then, by definition of how our minds think, we cannot communicate certain truth in any sentence. Simply no sentence can possibly be the whole truth and nothing but the truth for someone else. It is statistically impossible for two minds to perfectly align all the memory episodes any person can bring to the mental verification of any sentence. We can invent languages, artificial languages, where verification is truth within the restricted reality of such a language. But verification is simply not absolute truth in human natural language. It is statistically impossible because our episodic memories brought to any sentence are different. I have argued that if we understand truth and lies by the way minds communicate, then lies have a taxonomy of types of lies that people have not explicitly understood before. Indeed, we have conflated two types of lies as if they are one, and they are not one. One can kill us. It can kill us all. The other cannot, and is how we evolve to deal effectively with lies. One I call Fiat lies are described in my book, and the other, the one we talk about all the time, I call conversational or folk lies. It is in the nature of our natural language, not our intelligence, that this distinction exists. Quite simply, a Fiat lie is communicated without the opportunity for dialogue to reach understanding, and a folk lie is understood open to be clarified through dialogue. We call something a lie when we are thinking it is a folk lie, and someone might argue it is not a lie, even though it might well be a Fiat lie where the argument to resolve if it is an intended deceit is near impossible. Modern media, indeed the printed media developed just prior to the Renaissance, enables Fiat lying with a vengeance. It does not matter in Fiat lying whether the liar knows he is lying because he might be trying to deceive, he might believe what he was told by someone else. Or a lie to one person is not a lie to another because the episodic memories are sufficiently different. Only in dialogue can two people align their understanding of a suspected lie. We have to know the context of a sentence to understand its truth in the episodes we have recorded in our memories. So, for example, people who categorize lies by the intention underlying the lie are speaking about folk lies. These are lies where you can dialogue or argue with the liar to understand his intention. But intention cannot be known with perfect truth, since deceit is always possible. The liar can always deny his intention to deceive. When you cannot dialogue with a perceived liar, inferring intention is at best a guess. Fiat lies do not categorize themselves by intention. This is their danger. Their intention can be any intention. The liar intended to deceive or not. He knew it was a lie or not. He believed it was the truth even though others might not. He was a good guy or not. Or he could be trusted or not. Because natural language works this way, logic, ethics, and character all depend on dialogue to dig out the truths and lies in any human communication. Our version of truth, as Descartes asserts, is stuck with what we can say in natural language, and natural language is a beast of the episodes we experience, not a closed system of logical derivation with perfectly congruent, commonly observed premises. This is the nature of fiat lies, and God does not lie. Fiat lies can kill because the truth is dependent on dialogue, and dialogue is, by definition, not feasible with fiat lies. The system of law, as people have evolved it to reveal truth, is a system of enforcing dialogue among people. We can say the same about the system of science and probably any domain of expertise that relies on digging out truths that can be commonly experienced and thereby verified and understood. When dialogue is inhibited, fiat lies flow free, and the damage done can have no limit. People can think of other people as not people at all. Fiat lies have been with us since the beginning of our natural language's capability to communicate mental episodes among ourselves. But when everyone was in the same tribe, we could talk out our lies and appreciate the folktales we told. In the most current global explosion of fiat lies as we have with the internet, we must find the way to enforce dialogue on fiat lies when a lie is suspected. It is the suspicion of the lie that defines a fiat lie, not the intention to lie. It is the questions that are brought to mind that we want answered, not the deceit. Intention comes, deceit is decided, only when the fiat lie can become a folk lie. And this can only occur with mind-to-mind dialogue in natural language. No sentence, no story, can be trusted to be true that cannot be questioned. Furthermore, dialogue must be continued essentially forever as our episodic expertise evolves. A sentence can be a whole story or a part of a story depending on what we individually remember of the whole possible truth from our episodic memories. The Internet Court of Truth and Lies says that anyone can bring suit against a perceived lie where the liar is not answering questions about the perceived lie. It is the job of the court, like any court, to enforce dialogue to resolve what is the lie and what is the truth to bring all parties to whatever understanding that can possibly be achieved among minds that can never perfectly understand the episodic truths held by each other. The Internet Court of Truth and Lies only puts fiat lies in jail for public rehabilitation through open moderated dialogue, and it does not put people in jail at all. People are anonymous unless their lies are not. A fiat lie is suspected to be a lie and judged for its possible deceit in people's experiences. It is jailed to be marked for enforced, moderated public comment to reveal concerns and resolved as much as possible. This dialogue must be open forever, as people's episodic memories change or new people come with new suspicions. People say Descartes could never have understood cognitive science and mental computation the way we do today 400 years later. But I say he did. Unfortunately, he is dead now and cannot tell us what he actually thought. I say we might as well listen to him like we all listen to good lies and good fiction. If people cannot find the means of enforcing open and universal internet dialogue among perceived fiat lies, they are perfectly capable of committing genocide, even on themselves. The Internet Court of Truth and Lies is not optional, any more than science and law were optional in the similar situation of the early 1600s. Otherwise, we fiat lie ourselves to oblivion. I think, therefore I am. Fiat lies are an intrinsic part of our thinking as miraculously demonstrated by our natural language, but God does not lie. So, there is cognitive science to tempering down fiat lies through enforced, open, and moderated natural language dialogue to convert the fiat lies to manageable folk lies that we can continue to talk about in safety from. Pernicious deceit. QED. Postscript. Lacking an existing term, I have termed the study of lying Mendaciology. Here is the introduction to that science, and a simple demonstration of why it deserves a college course in all accredited colleges and universities worldwide. Mendaciology, the study of lies.